Correct.
You're not
Say the
speaking.
word. Okay, just check the rules.
Only Spencer gets to talk.
If you don't like the question, you can throw something at me.
But not this.
Not those.
We like you.
I got quick reflexes, okay?
All right, so Spencer, take it away with our yes/no question speed round. And if anyone wants to take pictures, again, feel free. So just green is yes, red is no.
All right, so just so that we get this, one easy question. I don't know how easy it is, but we'll start off with, will you commit to holding at least 4 in-person, in-district public town halls per year, spending the majority of time answering attendee questions? Excellent. All right.
Let the record show those were all yeses.
Is fighting for campaign finance reform a high priority?
All yeses.
Would you support efforts to give Puerto Rico and the District of Columbia voting representation in Congress?
Yes. All yeses.
Would you vote to shut down the government to block a law you strongly disagreed with, example, the new tax law, or bills that include the border wall?
Okay, we have 3 no's on that one, Spencer.
Do you believe Congress should protect Robert Mueller from being fired by the administration?
Yeses. All yeses.
So I apologize, I did not read off the different categories. So those were accountability questions. We also have questions on education, healthcare, immigration, the environment, criminal justice reform, labor, foreign policy, trade, technology, and a joker round.
A joke?
Oh,
I thought there were like 10 questions. We already did 5.
We had 25 questions.
25.
25 questions. All right, here we go. Education. Will you commit to a free, quality public education for all by fighting for a new federal funding formula that incentivizes states to ensure adequate and equitable resources for every classroom?
All yeses.
Will you commit to fully funding the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act?
Oh, good. All yeses.
So healthcare. Do you oppose Medicare work requirements? Do you support Medicare for...
Wait a minute.
I pose.
Well,
I pose it.
wait, what was that? Maybe read
Okay,
that
so
one again, Spencer.
do you oppose Medicare work requirements?
Okay, oppose Medicare.
oppose.
Okay, so yes, everyone opposes Medicare work requirements.
All right.
Medicaid work requirements, excuse
Medicaid. Do you support Medicare for all?
me. Medicare for all. Yes, everyone does.
Immigration. Would you vote for a well-defined and realistic path for citizenship for immigrants currently within the country?
Path to citizenship, yes.
Do you support increasing the number of refugees allowed into the country back to pre-Trump administration levels?
All yeses.
The environment. Would you support efforts to protect our oceans and national parks from additional drilling?
All yeses.
Do you think the federal government is doing enough to protect the environment from damage caused by fracking?
All no's.
Criminal justice reform. Do you favor the legalization of marijuana at the federal level?
Partly.
Yes, all yeses. Should felons who serve
Wait a
their
minute.
sentence...
Wait,
Madeline,
This is
So-
recreational marijuana?
recreational, yes,
Medical.
so it's all marijuana legalized
So
at
taking
the federal level.
it from being a class 1 drug.
Okay.
Is that okay?
So everyone's a yes on that? Okay.
Should felons who have served their sentence be able to vote?
Yes. All yeses.
Labor. Do you support the fight for 15?
All yeses.
Will you commit to support legislation to promote income equality? Sorry. Would you support legislation
To promote
designed to
income
support
equality.
equality? Yes.
Okay, all yeses.
Will you work to pass a law ensuring all workers have paid sick and family leave?
All yeses.
Foreign policy. Do you support the Iran nuclear deal?
All yeses.
Is it worth moving the U.S. Embassy to Israel from Jerusalem if it jeopardizes the Mideast peace process?
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
bit,
Do we need to split that in
Do
two?
we-
I'm gonna just.
That's it,
hold
okay.
there.
Trade. Do you feel that NAFTA has hurt the U.S. economy?
All no's.
Do you support the increase in tariffs that the Trump administration has proposed on trading partners?
All no's.
All right, technology. Do you personally use Facebook?
Okay.
Do I have to be
We have
honest?
2 yeses so far, Madeleine. Personally use Facebook.
My life does.
Right.
I'm weak.
All right, Madeleine.
Same question for Twitter. Do you personally use Twitter?
Personally means I've actually
Yeah.
tweeted.
Personally use Twitter. So we have 2 yeses
And
and 1
finally,
no.
the last question is Instagram. Do you personally use Instagram?
All no's.
All
Okay.
I have professionals. My kids help me.
Are you going to support legislation to support net neutrality?
Yes. All yeses.
So here are our joke around questions. First is from the Me Too category. Should Al Franken have resigned? Okay.
All right. We've got 2 no's and a yes. Shira
Do you-
is the yes.
Do you believe that gun laws such as those found in Australia would work in the United States?
I'm not familiar
I can wish.
with Australia.
So
I'm not-
Australia's gun laws actually, I think it was it in the late 80s? They actually took back all guns.
Mandatory buyback.
Right, so they bought back all guns. Do we think that that kind of law would work here? That you can still use guns for hunting, so they do have access to guns for hunting, but it's a much more restrictive set of gun
Thank
forms.
you.
So again, the question is, do we feel that those types of gun laws would work in the United States? Will you lead, and this final question, it's on civil rights, will you lead a national effort to protect people of all gender identities and sexual orientations from discrimination, harassment, and violence, especially in the workplace when seeking housing and health care? All
Yes.
There
All
you
yeses.
go. Okay,
Is that it, Spence?
that's it.
All right, so that's pretty exciting because that leads us to our quick break. So everybody please take 5. And if you have an audience question you'd like to submit, remember you can still do that.